Everyone. Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming. And if that's what has to, we get.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster! They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die!
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin...
All right. Where is this man?
It's way over to the east, through the wood.
Promise us, Sid.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
You needn't fret. The creatures...
To the meadows, then.
That's what the captain said.
Good girl. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. That is heady. This must be the Drake's mint. That just leaves the Skyworm. Must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. Over. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Should we listen to?
Oh, so?
I did.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, let's hope these... And here we... Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for...
And rightly so. Is there any...
So... not.
What the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. It is a tour de force. A force of nature.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
Decent. It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Clark.
Oh?
You remember? Well, now, but why put which?
Wait.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, but there's only so many we can't keep cramming more and more people, and that's what I was...
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So,
Well,
Eastpool, it's been a long...
it was and if any, but there's a would have been, and I...
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. I am Sebastian.
Of course. We met...
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive?
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's, tasked with learning what I am... And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
All for making this town a welcoming place. Hospitality has its limits.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord. I shall... No.
All right.
We shall see...
Inn's full. Don't...
You think you can just walk in here? Kill him!
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my...
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire, it'll take a bit of elbow.
So wait, if you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone... If you need anything more...
And we will.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you... Sir Wade told me. What's all this about? Some shape-shifting night? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is, you did it. And...
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place. But that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw...
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Look what they've left us.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so. For yours now, if that's all.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So...
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse.
All right.
You too, Goots.
Sell swords in...
Fascinating.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Let's go.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Look!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your... Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So took some of my own. Sorry lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Nothing like a dish of cup.
I didn't mean... I just thought...
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken... You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go look...
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the...
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to... he'll need to start looking out for him. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours, wet legs, might be they weren't just tales. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me... And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the... But then one day... Once they did give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I see, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the... And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores out, and the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not... But I can say that you've all shown me
there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
No scratches, right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine. Yep. So, what'll it be? Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Anything else?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes of...
Here, take a look at my wares. Take care.
Beneath the flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my... Would you do an old man a kindness?
Climb the step.
And... the three of them, to be precise. One each to the north. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique...
I can't promise I'll remember it.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make...
That Cyril fella's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. That mark. You must be Lord Rosfield. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lord. I, too, am a member of the cause, though I spend most of my time hunting. For the good of the village, you understand. The soil is poor here, so the people sup mostly on meat and blood. The hides, meanwhile, they make into leather and then into gill.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen them for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
The great, good Mughal guardians. That's definitely not right.
Take all the time you need.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were just... But whatever could have driven the guard... The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or... I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. Its guard... This is proving most enlightening.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was another...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many...
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with. Got a hard time with this.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
You wouldn't happen to know.
Faster! Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republic.
You've seen this kind of thing before?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and...
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to...
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to those who weren't recalled.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme, time to fight. Enough of you, are there? Straight home now. That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Come on. Run like the wind. Thanks, Gal. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. The sooner it's up. Here's your... Come on. Straight home now. Ready, go? Thanks, Gal.
we're going to do this, we'll need help.
It just...
And what talent?
Why, you're...
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure Randalar has been particularly badly, if none remain free for long, but the army too is in...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain...
Precisely.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled, and we believe the place was abandoned along...
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed?
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again. That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad. Is something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. Eloise.
Thank you, Clark. Here. Well, then, I suppose we are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the fist. I suppose it's to be but we shall emerge.
Well.
I'm not sure I'd...
You wanted to
The man I was watching, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has, and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half of my...
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor I won't let her give up on her dream. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from her.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister, and I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. Though I'm sure I'll still need...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had these bearers. That's a job.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. Good girl.
Yeah!
What happened here?
If you're with it, they've already relieved me.
I'm not.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford.
Of the Seven High House, it's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yeah, I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a...
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the field. The market stalls, and when I said the ones who attacked me...
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention...
I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me.
I suppose you'll be wondering. I shall send a Bastolus as soon...
My uncle... I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. You deserve a rest. Damn it. Don't tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the...
Your village, maybe. So long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't...
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went... Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Building...
A fresh start. One life ends. Why, just a village. What's to stop us?
That's the master...
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your effort.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's... If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
So, will it be? Anything else?
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them, would they?
all said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this. All done?
Thanks, girl. This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to
How are we
Mrs. Miller?
supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Clive, where the hell is everyone else?
They're all right.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if...
Sitting under a pile of rubble.
But we were able to save a few. The more personal items.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Clive. What is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here. One must understand one's place in the world. Very good.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes of plenty.
Which song should we listen to?
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cell. Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to
How
me
are we
tonight?
supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Well,
possibly.
Opus, unless you mean the Orchestra. You couldn't have been more than, what, 11? It surprised us all. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something.
Wouldn't surprise those two and their bloody treasure hunts.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.